So this is the scene of the main festival at the megalithic site of Sacsayhuaman on a hill just outside Cusco.
Cusco yaktaruna kuna, wae kepada kuna, anak Cusco manto, uring Cusco man percaya kuna. Samin cas kakaitis, kai pakan guna pakacun.
So one of the great things about this festival is that almost all of it is conducted in the Inca language, commonly called Quechua, but actually the proper name is Runa Simi. And here we have the warriors from the eastern quadrant of the four quadrants of the Inca civilization moving into play from the Amazon. And these are women of the highlands area. So the Inca world was composed of four quarters or quadrants, and the Inca civilization geographically was called the Tawantinsuyu, which means the four quarters or the four corners of the world. So here you have the warriors from the Amazon area embracing the people of the highlands area. And here the male warriors meeting each other. So the whole thing about the Inca civilization, which was not an empire, because empire is actually a European term, is a very cooperative effort. Here you have warriors from another one of the quarters coming in. And again, the warriors from the Amazon area are celebrating with warriors from another one of the quarters. So in terms of warriors, you have the ones of the yellow color, the ones of the blue color, the ones of the red color, and then the native people of the Amazon area. And that's how this whole celebration is set up. It was prohibited by the Spanish in about, I think, the 1560s. Here we have a giant container of chicha corn beer being moved in towards the ceremonial area where the High Inca will be speaking, and then a gold frog and a silver frog symbolizing the sacred silver and the sacred gold, and the frog represents fertility, so productivity and abundance. And these are likely, the ladies carrying the chicha are likely the virgins of the sun, or the chosen women who are the highest level of the feminine in the ancient Inca world. And this woman underneath the rainbow umbrella is the Koya, who was the high wife, first and primary wife of the high Sapa Inca. It was only through her that the next generation of royal Inca were born. And this is her silver throne. Again, silver representing the feminine and gold representing the masculine. And these men here are symbolically, figuratively cleaning the way for the High Inca. And now all of the people are kneeling because the High Inca is in the background, and he is arriving to make deliberations and speeches. really is a phenomenal experience. So if you ever get a chance to come in June to Cusco, please do.
Ama yakiteka. Yei kusi samioka usaita. Wai. Makikiwampas. Happy kuai. Kuchikuniku tapas. Chaski kuai ko. Taita.
Inti taita chisprakla. Ahe urkai. Ato horinka. Konti suyu hapu. Aku inka chisma buya kula kipa. Luka milkamut. Hengurka. Kapachi kusai kita. Huntamut. Kapavika.
So here again we have some more warriors from the jungle area, or the anti-Suyu of the Tawantinsuyu.
Kusikui wanta. Anjari muwai. Kai pariku. Wira periku.
So as I said, the Spanish made the Inti Raymi and the other three celebrations, one for each solstice and one for each equinox, illegal, I think in the 1560s, and it wasn't until the 1930s, I think, that the people of Cusco decided to resurrect the Inti Raymi celebration because it's such a spectacular thing for the Inca people and the Peruvian people in general. The Inti Raymi is not done as a tourist thing, but of course tourists are welcome. And more than 100,000 people were up this day on Sacsayhuaman in order to celebrate this yearly festival. So truly one of the most charming, ancient ceremonies of South America that has been resurrected more or less in full and is performed each June. The celebration actually goes on for more than 2 weeks in the city of Cusco, and it's just, I think we've done it 5 years in a row so far, and I will never miss another year of this. It's so spectacular. So here we have the High Inca, the Sapa Inca, about to leave after the 2.5-hour ceremony that occurred in Sacsayhuaman. Earlier ceremonies took place at the Coricancha in Cusco and also in the Plaza de Armas, so it was a full day event. And here are some of the warriors. Again, you see the different colors. You have the red warriors and the blue ones and the yellow ones, because they're the 4 quarters of the Inca world: the Chincha Suyu, Kunti Suyu, Koya Suyu, and Anti Suyu. And these are the Virgins of the Sun, as far as I can tell, on the left-hand side. And I believe that all of the costumes are quite authentic, dating from Inca times, so they've done a spectacular job of bringing this very important Inca ceremony back. And so this is the Koya up on the throne. Again, she is the first, most important of the wives of the Inca. The Inca was allowed to have as many wives as he wanted, but the heir to the throne could only come from the Koya. And the Koya would be a relative, not necessarily a sister, but probably at least a cousin, so that the royal bloodline was kept as pure as possible. And then we have the golden frog and silver frog representing fertility leaving. And final dancing here. You can't see, but on top of that hill on the left, there are more than 100,000 people standing watching this incredible, spectacular event.